We don't know.
Yeah.
We hide.
The problem with me is it's like when you multiply anything with naught.
You do it to the power of
exactly.
as well, it's still...
Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, okay, shame. And I'm a fat little ugly fella like Reg Varney.
Well, there's lots of people there that you don't like, and you sort of you could go up to afterwards and almost like metaphorically flip the bird.
What's that mean?
Last week, yeah, flip the bird.
You dirty
middle finger.
And see, I married Steve single.
No, what are you talking about? Well, there are lots of people there.
I thought it was a euphemism.
Who you haven't got on with in the past, and then they're all being really nice to you. I'm talking about.
We get on with everyone, don't we?
Oh,
what does flip the bird mean? What does flip the bird
means? You got that hipster thing.
The finger. Give me the finger.
Yeah, but I thought there was a dirty metaphor.
No.
You're always thinking this.
Don't bring me down to your level till at least 5 minutes. All right. Coming up after the break, we've got Steve and Ricky and lovely Claire. We're driving their desk.
Hello.
Right, Claire?
Hello.
Don't bend over like that, Claire.
Sorry.
Put a longer top on or something. You're right, boys. You're very studious there.
We are. We're working hard on the show.
Just working out what we're going to play. What order?
I love the way you even live the pretense.
What about some Foo Fighters mixed with the Strokes, Ricky?
I wouldn't mind a bit of Strokes or New Order. What should we kick in with?
Undecided yet, Rick. Probably got some ads to help us decide.
That dilemma will be revealed in just under 4 minutes. Stick around.
Merry Christmas, Dermot.
New Order and Crystal on XFM 104.9. Now listen to Ricky Gervais, obviously.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
Well, they like to know. They like to know if I'm here.
They don't like to know.
The fans do.
Yeah. Now that was one of my favourite singles of the year.
Yeah, it's a good song.
And that's what we're going to be doing in this programme.
We are going to be playing some of our favourite songs from the year, Rick. That's absolutely true.
We're also going to be playing some songs that maybe we don't like.
Exactly.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, because we're crazy guys.
Yeah.
We never know what's going to happen next.
No, we don't.
Guess who's pressing the buttons,
We genuinely don't.
Well, you know who's pressing the buttons. You can see her, but
That's
the
why
audience
we don't know what's going to happen next.
It's Sturgis.
We've got Sturgis in.
Claire Sturgis. XFM's Claire Sturgis.
Yeah. Yeah.
She stayed off it for just a day.
She's not. No, she's just.
She's clean for a day.
You're on methadone or what? You on?
No, I'm clean now.
You can actually clean.
Yeah,
well done.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's
For
great,
clean
yeah.
for Christmas.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
You're still thieving though, aren't you?
Still a thieving.
Just
Can't lose the thieving.
But at least the money now goes on like 40 Benson as opposed to a little £5 starter pack.
It's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's sweet.
Right, okay.
It's nice to see a little
It's nice,
little
yeah.
miracle for Christmas, Rick. It's beautiful.
It's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm already
Oh.
in the Christmas mood. Are you in the Christmas mood?
The thing is, right, what she's still got left over from it, and these are the scars and the reminders of your smackhead thieving days. Are those little homemade tattoos on her face?
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
she did with a pin.
Yeah, she
and
looks like Seal.
and some quink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, Merry Christmas to you, Claire.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Merry
It's
Christmas.
great.
You're still living in the projects.
Yeah.
It is one of those little
She's still
miracles.
keeping it real.
She's
It's
like
wonderful.
little tiny Tim.
I tell you what, she's a bit like Jesus Christ.
In a way, yeah.
In a
That's
way.
blasphemous. Please play a record player.
Linkin Park and one of their songs. Gervais, quick, come on, mate. He's coming back from the kitchen with a couple of cups of tea. It's like he's won an award. He doesn't care now. I'll turn up if I want to. Maybe we should do a twin spin, Sturgis.
Do you want another
Yeah,
record?
play something,
Okay.
play something.
Here you are then.
Paul Weller. The changing man. The mod father.
That's true enough.
As they call him.
Absolutely.
See, now, you told the listeners that I was just too big to be here because I'd won some award.
Yes.
I was actually making the tea for all of us, wasn't I?
It's awful, this tea.
That's not the point. I shouldn't be making tea, a man in my position. And yeah,
You're
it
right,
is-
you shouldn't be making teas. It's awful. How do you actually go about the tea? You understand how a cup of tea is made,
But
you've got to put a tea bag in there.
No, but this is weird, right? Because I actually can't make a good cup of tea or coffee, and it's strange. It must be something metaphysical. I put all the right ingredients in, just like everyone else does, and I boil the kettle and everything. But people do go that. This
Can I
is
tell you where
rubbish.
you're going wrong?
Go on.
Laziness.
Why?
Because you literally don't leave the tea bag in long enough. You literally dunk it in there and throw it away.
I was trying to get back in time because I
No,
got
you
a
were. I
show.
saw you talking with Dermot O'Diddley, so don't give me that. And I've been round to your house before. There's been times, Sturgis, when I've tasted the tea and it tastes like washing up liquid. And I've said, what happened? And he went, there were some bubbles in there, yeah.
Well,
Could you not have rinsed it out with some water first?
Well, but I resent having to make tea.
Yeah, but don't teach me a lesson. Don't offer someone a cup of tea and then think, I'll teach them a lesson. They won't be asking for tea again.
When it usually works. But, yeah.
I've had to go and get an extra tea bag and dunk it in here. It's ludicrous.
I know. It's mad, isn't
It's
it?
pathetic. Anyway, it's Christmas. Let's not disrespect each other. Let's be cheery.
Yeah.
Can I tell Sturgis what you got your family for Christmas last year? I just remembered when I was outside.
Please.
It was a joy because Gervais is a generous man, and he's a thoughtful man, and he's got a lot of brothers and sisters and a lot of nephews and nieces and stuff.
Well, I've got about 20 people to get presents for.
Exactly. So it's it's a tricky business. That's why I think you got him £200 worth of lottery scratch cards.
I had about a minute. I was getting a lift down to Reading, and it was my mate Jimmy, and I went, hold on, I just got to get the presents, and I ran into the 7-Eleven opposite me and got the scratch cards.
That's amazing. It's such a working class Jippo gift, isn't it?
But did any of them work? Anyone win anything?
Yeah. I mean, some people were down. That was your present. Hard luck. That's the risk you take when you accept this present. Some people were up £70,
But
so they had a great Christmas.
Let's bear in mind that there's like some children who are like 7 or 8, you know, scratching off scratch cards. They got to be 18 to claim them. And just the rest of your family sort of, I can imagine, just wrestling them off. You know, you can't claim it anyway. It's not off.
No, have I won? No. No, you haven't. No.
But I've got three dumbbells.
It's 3 the same. You don't get anything for that. Not in this game. Unlucky.
Are you going to do that again this year?
Maybe, yeah. Mercury Rev, The Dark is Rising. That sounds a bit like a tribute to Neil Young.
Beautiful. I thought it was wonderful.
It was
song.
lovely.
Yeah,
lovely.
no, they're great, Mercury Rev.
We're going to play some lovely records
there'll be
today.
some beautiful songs today,
Steve.
Rich.
All right?
That's true. What did you call me then?
Steve.
Did you call me something else before? I didn't hear. I thought maybe you'd called me, I don't know, Jonathan or something. No, I don't know. I didn't hear. I got paranoid. Christmas. We were talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
Gifts. What's wrong now?
I didn't know what that meant.
What?
Were you having a go at me because I went on Jonathan Ross show?
No. I thought you'd said something. You'd said my name by mistake. You'd said someone else's name when you were talking to me.
Oh, right.
But I didn't hear that. So when I heard you just go
Okay.
Steve, I thought you were correcting a mistake you hadn't made.
No.
Exactly.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
You see? Blunder.
What did you call me?
Fatty.
Good. Right. We're talking about Christmas,
Yes.
Well, it is
because
Christmas,
it's just
isn't
the fact that
it's the right time of year to talk about it, to be honest. It's topical. So let's carry on. Go on, shoot.
Well, I just wondered if your Christmas gift buying had always been as thoughtful as it is in recent years.
Oh, well, no, that was actually, even though it was thought pretty lazy and thoughtless, it was quite generous in a sense, financially. But I remember, oh, God. Now, even though I sort of come from a working class family, and my dad was, you know, a labourer, and my mum was like a housewife, but I was spoiled at Christmas. I didn't have like pocket money or gifts and that, but, you know, she'd get out of a catalogue and pay for it for the rest of the year, so I did have great presents.
Yeah.
And because I had older brothers and sisters, they were earning, so I had good presents. And it was okay for me to, you know, give them nothing or do a card or something rubbish. But then, I remember one year when I just suddenly realised I was too old to be doing this. It was like, you know, in Jaws, when it pulls focus.
Yeah,
and you go, oh my God. And I just realised that's the worst present you've ever... I think it was about 12 or 13. And I remember it now. My sister had got me a Cat Stevens album.
Great.
I think a Birdhouse, and like a quiz book or something.
Yeah.
And it was my turn to give her a present. And it was a bottle of shampoo that I'd found in the bathroom and wrapped up. It's a big jumbo, one of those Tesco's, you know...
Had it not already been used?
No, I don't think so. Mum had bought it, like, you know...
You just topped it up with water, wrapped it up?
I just gave it to her and she went, oh, thanks. I thought, oh, God, that's rubbish.
That's really
it's
bad.
It's rubbish, isn't it?
That's really bad.
I know, yeah.
I remember one year, I really wanted a Scale Electric. So I was going, I want Scale Electric. And my mum's going, no, you'll just get bored of it. I know what you're like. You'll get bored of it and we'll have spent all that money and you'll be bored. I was going, no, I won't. I love it. I'll play with it forever. And, and she was going, no, you won't. And I was going, I will. I love it. And so she bought me Scale Electrics and I unwrapped it. And I was using it. I was bored instantly.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell her. I pretended I loved it. And like, I'd always be playing it monotonously, hating it.
I know.
But I'm loving this, Mum. It's actually brilliant. You were wrong. You were so wrong. I'm loving it.
I know. Things with Scale Electrics, I think it was great at the time, but I think it was an XFM party actually years ago when they got Scale Electrics, and like loads of us think, oh yeah, I used to love it. Rubbish.
Yeah, really.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
It's about 2 foot long.
Yeah.
You go put it back on,
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah. There
Exactly.
you go. Oh, can you put it back on?
Exactly. But you want it to at least kind of change into a robot, or kind of come off and just drive round the
Of course,
kitchen.
these days it's all virtual, Steve.
That's true.
Isn't it? In your mind.
Well, we all
right.
take a pill, don't we, Rick? And then we're in some kind of fantasy world.
I am Ayrton Senna for a little while.
What about those bloody computer games? No one's reading a book
God.
anymore, are
Mummy,
they?
What's a tree? Download. Well, I'll tell
True
you
enough.
what. I'm going to play a song now. I think I've dissed you two for about 15 years, but I got them wrong, and I'm going to play a lovely track off the latest album. It's the last track on the album, Ground Beneath Her Feet. It's from All You Can't Leave Behind.
Beautiful
And
song.
I think it's one of their greatest works. Live Forever, Oasis. Still good, that one.
It is very good.
That's 1993, 94.
Mad, isn't it?
Long time ago, eh?
Crazy.
Core. All those years ago, when they were setting out. They were great, and they'd,
Yeah, before they became embarrassing.
well, They can still come back.
They could still come back.
Their last album's not as good as their first 1 and 2, and but who knows, Steve?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a good year for hip hop, Rick. Can I surprise you? I've gone off hip hop of recent years, but I've been charmed this year by Bubba Sparks' album. I thought it was fun. I think De La Soul had an album this year, which I enjoyed.
they did.
That was good. Very good. I didn't mind the Jay-Z album.
See, I liked a couple of tracks.
It's alright on there. I actually quite liked. There's a new Outkast compilation that I don't know if that's out yet, or maybe it's just going to come out.
I was disappointed by the album. I bought it on the.
Well, Rick, can I surprise you? There's a new little compilation.
I like the little owl. I like the owl and the cat and the dog.
The new little compilation, Rick, has lots of tracks from their previous albums and other singles, and it's a good little dynamite buy. Maybe something for the new year in the sales.
Just going to make a note of that. I'm going to buy that on the way home.
Do it. But the album that I was particularly charmed by, Princess Superstar Is. Well, now a lot of people have been dismissing her as a bit of a novelty sort of rapper.
They said the same about Timmy Mallet, so don't listen to them.
Don't listen to them. That's what I'm saying. So, another track we played a while back, Untouchable Part 2, which was dynamite. And this is another track, I think this was a single. It's called, Bad Babysitter. She raps very quickly, but listen carefully because the lyrics are fun.
And slow it down a little bit,
From the album Princess Superstar Is Princess Superstar and Bad Babysitter. Did you enjoy it, Rick?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Yeah, I like that. That's 2 out of 2 from that album I've liked.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'll go and buy the album on the way home.
Do it,
Steve.
Make another
Just
note
make
of
a
that,
little
Rick.
note.
You've got Outkast to buy, which has not actually been released yet, but I'm sure you can pull some strings.
I'll get someone onto that. Good. Okay, XFM 104.9, it's the Ricky Gervais Show.
Absolutely.
Can I stop you there?
Go on.
With Steve Merchant.
Thanks very much.
No worries, yeah. Cheers. We're talking about presents here. I just remembered something else I had. I was just into science from like the age of like 5, 6 to about, so 18, 19. I'm still into it, but I studied it and I absolutely loved it. And I got a microscope set when I was about, I suppose, 10 or 11. And, just looking at butterfly wings and just anything under there, like 300 times. I thought this was amazing, right? And in it came these little shrimp eggs. And, you could look at them and then you could breed them. You had to put them in a salt water solution and then keep them at a certain temperature and they'd think, oh, and a nice little beach and they'd come out. Yeah. What I did, speed up the process a little bit, popped it on the electric fire, right? We had one of those fake plastic coal things with one of those little metal things that turned round from the heat and made it look like flames. It didn't. No. I'll be honest, it didn't.
Because who the hell was fooled? Yeah. Coming and going, you got a lovely roaring fire there.
Yeah. The flames were encased behind that plastic coal.
Exactly.
But I love it. Popped them on there, left them there for a little while, bit too hot, came back, just melted, really. Just dry, and the thing was sort of slightly warped. So, them shrimps did not see the light of day.
Once again, your laziness and sinfulness I got to speed up the experiment.
Absolutely.
Come on. I can advance nature.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
On.
Yeah.
Do you stand in front of a microwave just going, come on, yeah. A minute and a half for soup?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
That's majestic.
Yeah, but I learned the lesson.
Yeah.
Now I make sure the shrimps are the right temperature.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
You reminded me of something I was going to say then, but I can't remember. I've embarrassed myself live on air.
Yeah.
Should have kept that quiet. No one would have known. No one was there thinking, I wish Steve would say something now. It's crazy.
What
I
was Steve going to say?
The story.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it was. It was about you said about the sort of the fire and that idea of kind of buying a piece. It's like when people buy a fake Rolex watch.
Yeah.
And they tell people it's fake. Utter waste of time.
Yeah.
Why you told me that? It's like, what, I'm getting one over on the Rolex people.
But, you're right on that side, but the point is why buy a fake Rolex watch? I mean, why buy a Rolex watch? I think they're very expensive.
They look good, they look nice.
Yeah.
And but it's a transparent display of wealth, but it's when there's like a builder who you know's on like £5 an hour wearing a Rolex.
You're joking, aren't you, Steve? Hod carriers can get upward of £550 a day. So you've embarrassed yourself.
I don't know anything. It seems like I don't know anything about the building industry anymore.
Unbelievable.
Do you know once my friend showed off this watch that he'd bought, and a guy had sort of dodgy bloke had sold it to him on the street.
Yeah.
And he'd been up in London and some guy on Oxford Street had sold him this watch and it looked really good and it worked fine for years and it just looked class and I thought, wow, that's brilliant. And I came to London for something and I walked up and down Oxford Street for 2.5 hours trying to get sold a dodgy watch. And I'd be going up to people like selling lighters going, yeah, not interested in lighters. Got any watches?
Yeah.
And go, no, I haven't got any watches. Go down to the perfume guy. And I go down to the perfume guy. You, any watches?
I love the idea that they saw you go, no, what do I watch? And they go, no.
I know.
Why? It's a bad advertisement, mate. If people see you walking around with this, it's not good for trade. What? How dare you? Send me one of those stolen watches. Can't do it, mate. More than my job's worth. Ted Benson. That's Black Snow. That's a great tune.
Good song, isn't it?
I love it. It's sort of like punky, but it's got more in common with stuff like Steppenwolf and
My
Bad
only worry
Company.
is that,
Such
are
a
they like
throwback.
sort of 18-year-olds who, like Gomez, are trying to sound like they've kind of had a rough, hard-living life?
No.
They are old 40-somethings.
Well, no, they're not. They're sort of, but they're dirty.
Yeah, good. Do you notice that Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge, just popped in there to
just
bid
popped
us
in,
Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
And I noticed, Claire, you said something like, has he got another kid, did you say?
Yeah.
How many children has he got?
I think he's got the 2 now. Yeah.
Clearly, he has got the knowledge, hasn't he, in every sense?
Yeah.
I imagine he's a great lover.
Well, he knows.
I imagine he's got wonderful fingers.
He knows what buttons.
Magic fingers.
Well, he's actually got little toady hands. Right. But he uses a lot of utensils.
Yes, yeah.
He's invented all these little things that go with,
Exactly.
and it just, it's over very quickly, so we can get on with learning.
Pleasure gloves.
Yeah, because even when he's making love, there's a stack of trivia books.
Exactly.
So
well, he can tell you about kind of great shags of the past.
Yeah. Oh, he's there. Here he comes.
Yeah, here he comes.
Oh, look, I love him because you don't know this, listeners, but he looks like Penfold of a Danger
he's a
Mouse.
beautiful man.
He does. He's
It hasn't stopped him breeding.
Yeah. It's not. You don't usually call it.
the
You
man
usually
with the
call it
knowledge.
breeding when it's humans.
Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge.
Come in. Hey, all right.
Christmas to
It's
you.
like Steve Wright and his posse. All right. Merry Christmas.
Hi.
Hi. Are you?
So
a
tell
great-
us, are
Got that now.
you a
Yeah.
great ladies' man? Were you a great ladies' man before you were married?
It's not something I talk about. I'm married now.
Because he's sort of like got a little shaved head and he's got a beard and it's exactly the same colour, sort of ginger hair. He looks like a tennis ball. It's just hair, exactly the same length, all over his face. And
no
then,
reason for me to come in was that abuse was happening without me here.
yeah, I
And now
know.
I've come in, you just continue.
But say hello, so it's with your blessing, and I think we're nice. Say Merry Christmas.
Hi, Merry Christmas, all listeners.
See, you're on at 5 o'clock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to make a note of that.
Make
When
a
I
note of
bought
that,
those
yeah.
2 albums, I'm going to listen to Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge, on at 5 o'clock on XFM.
Isn't it incredible? Because he's been in since 11 o'clock this morning, just compiling information for every record he'll be playing.
Yeah.
The show's only 20 minutes long.
But you know, with him, it's because he's got to offload it.
Yeah.
He's got to talk about it all the time because it's only, he's got a huge brain. And it's it's going
Throbbing, yeah.
all
What are
information.
you playing next, Claire?
You bored? Sorry, were
tell
we
us-
boring you two?
Oh, was this that list? Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about Star Sailor? What do you know about some interesting facts about Star
Come on,
Sailor?
into the microphone, into the micropole that goes down the loudy box and out to the radiograph in the homes all around England. They're rubbish. Thank you.
Steve Taylor, controversial view. Still, he has bred people.
Hives. Before that, Star Sailor. It's been a bit of a punk sort of show, this, isn't it?
It has,
in
and I've
general,
enjoyed
in year, the whole year's been a little bit of a. I blame the Strokes, but you see, I enjoyed punk. You were too young and don't care for it. But
Well, I have to say that if punk the first time round was as exciting as I found it this year, then I've missed out because I've really enjoyed it. Really.
so
have.
I want to go home and play all things like X-ray specs and things like that now.
Are they as kind of melodic though as things like the Strokes and White Stripes and so on? Are they kind of tuneful? Because the White Stripes.
In fact,
guitarist
I've
is an
picked on a very
absolute-
bad example because they were sort of like pop punk, and Polystyrene was almost. She wasn't a joke, but they had saxophones and stuff, so
Right.
it's probably a bad example of early. I mean, the Sex Pistols summed it all up. You know.
Yeah, sure.
But we enjoyed that, don't we?
No, we did. I have to say though, although there has been a nice bit of sort of punky sound this year, for me it's been very much a year for the geeks. And you'd have thought I'd have enjoyed
Well,
that.
that's
but
new
actually-
metal, though, isn't
Well,
it?
it is the new
There's sort
metal.
of these people just in their bedroom playing sort of computer games and
I can't
loving
believe that
Limp
new metal has
Bizkit.
taken over the world. It's
It's
just
mad, isn't it?
incredible.
It's absolutely huge.
Suddenly, Linkin Park and.
But see, I don't mind things like Marilyn Manson because they're they're having a go, they're having a bit of a laugh, and But I just.
But it always seemed so perennially uncool to me when I was younger. Anyone who was into that kind of music, I just thought loser. And that's talking about
coming
the
from the
kettle calling the pot black.
Yeah, imagine that.
But it's the year of the geeks, not just because of new metal, but also because of just these fantasy films with the Harry Potter
I
stuff
know.
and now Lord of the Rings. It's like everyone's obsessed.
Now it's
with
cool to
fantasy
play
stuff.
Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
know, I can't get over it. I'm stunned.
Scary, isn't it?
Because
It's
I was never into that rubbish.
No,
I've always thought
definitely
it's like
Yeah.
It's like people who are still obsessed with Harry Potter. They go, I'm rereading Harry Potter for the 3rd time. And I think, listen, I haven't read it. Okay, I'm sure it's very good. But you're rereading it for the 3rd time. There are books out there written by adults for adults.
Yeah.
With like sex and other exciting things.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter, I'll just read, like in case you missed something the first time round.
But maybe they're learning the spells.
I'm stunned by it. I mean, have you read it all, Claire? Are you all up on this?
What, Harry Potter?
and
I
all this-
actually went out and bought the first Harry Potter book and lost interest halfway through because there was no sex in it.
No,
so
exactly.
Couldn't be
It's like
bothered.
why I never go to see any Disney films. There's never the prospect of any nudity. If
Right.
there's no chance of
See,
nudity.
I think you're
What's the
buying. I
point?
think you're actually buying the wrong books.
Right.
What you want to buy, Steve, is a pornographic magazine.
Tell me more.
Wow. In there, you see, what you get,
Ladies. Other ladies.
Sometimes ladies.
Nudie ladies.
Sometimes ladies. Stereophonics and the theme tune to BBC Two's The Office, Handbags and Glad Rags.
Absolutely.
So I think we should be playing Christmas songs as well, though. Because Merry Christmas War is over. A great.
Is it really?
What?
The theme tune to The Office?
I think you meant is war really over? It is. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's there. To be fair, Rod Stewart did it first.
Yeah, and we don't use the Stereophonics version.
Oh,
No,
right,
or the Rod Stewart version.
Thank you.
Too expensive.
Exactly. Cost a
See,
fortune.
had to re-record it.
Yep. Or little known facts.
Yeah.
You should save that for the DVD.
Or Steve Taylor would have blown it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't he? To come on with the knowledge and told him everything.
I was thinking
Fairy
actually,
Town, New York.
beautiful song. No,
Can we
great song.
find
It'd
that?
be nice to try and dig it. I'm sure everyone's playing it at the moment.
Yeah, let's
On the loop.
yeah. Let's
But
not
I mean, we
play it.
should. It's good. No, it's
Let's play Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul
Can we
McCartney.
play Driving Home for Christmas, Chris Rea?
Oh, he is. There's a lyric in that goes, look at, he's in the car driving on Christmas, and he looks over at the other bloke in the other car, he goes, he's just the same as me.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
He's just the same as me.
Driving
Yeah.
Home for
Is he
Christmas.
saying he's copied him? He's like, well, oi,
Yeah.
what are you wearing? That's the same as me, that is.
What do you get your missus? The same, is it?
Are you? Who are you a stalker? I'm Chris Rea.
Hello?
Yeah. He's going back to Newcastle.
Exactly.
Are they talking it?
Is that where he's from?
Yeah. Is it Middlesbrough or Newcastle or
Do you remember when Rea made a film?
Cleveland? Go on.
Chris Rea made a film. They all do it like Dave Stewart made that film with the All Saints, Honest. No one went to see it.
No.
But Chris Rea made a film which was like a kind of fantasy thing. Well, I think Shirley Bassey turned up in it where he was like, have you ever seen this?
No, but oh no, I can't tell you. I'll tell you off air.
Really? Is it outrageous? Is it libelous to Chris Rea?
No, I had to interview Chris Rea about this.
Really?
And Shirley Bassey was there, and she pulled
That's
up in
a
her
weird
limo.
interview.
Yeah,
an
don't
incredible-
ask me. Don't ask me.
What was you
some,
interviewing for?
It was for some satellite
And what did
TV
Bassey say?
show.
Did she disrespect the
Bassey?
film?
No. When Bassey came into Pinewood Studios, when she came in, we all had to leave the set so she could drive through the set. We all had to leave so she could drive in.
No.
Just thought I'd tell you that.
God.
It's very boring, really. I wish I hadn't told you that.
What do you mean? She drove her car into the set?
No, she was driven into Pinewood
Right.
Studios, into wherever they were filming, and we had to all leave
why did you
as
have
she
to
arrived.
leave?
Because, I don't know.
Did she knew what you do?
She didn't
Sturgis?
like me.
She went,
Yeah.
I don't want that smackhead around when I'm in here, you know. Wow.
I got some valuables in here.
Yeah, yeah. Sturgis.
Diamonds
yeah.
are forever, especially when she's around.
Yeah.
Anyway, I never saw the film, Steve, in answer to your questions.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone did, but the fact that Chris Rea got money to make a film. I mean, has he released a song for years?
He's still going. He's
he?
probably got a little bit of back catalogue going.
You mentioned Paul McCartney as well, and we were talking about that with Steve Taylor, and I'm wondering, because you're talking about his money and the fact he's got loads of wealth, and that's fair enough, and he obviously deserves it, but what I'm wondering is, he's got to be, he's such a
Steve,
rich
does
man.
anyone deserve it?
Unless they spread it around.
Politics.
But, he's obviously, I mean, he must be one of the richest men, certainly in this country, and I'm sure, you know, internationally. Millions.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's reached the billion mark yet. But I'm wondering to myself, why doesn't he spend some of that money making his missus like a bionic leg? That'd be amazing. Do you know what I mean? She
God.
could, like, leap over buildings and stuff. That'd be genius.
Well, she wouldn't leap, she'd hop.
Because if I had that much money, I would.
She could only hop.
But she'd just be running around in a circle. if
She'd
you did
win,
the one.
she'd
You'd have
win
to get the other one done as
sports
well.
games, wouldn't she, at school, easy. Just
Yeah.
one hop.
Exactly.
And she's won.
I mean, it'd just be
Oh.
incredible. Because I don't know. I mean, the Bionic Man, it was expensive then, wasn't it?
6 million then, Steve. Christ knows what it would cost now with inflation. $6 million, of course. That's only about £4 million
Yeah.
sterling.
Yeah.
But now, and that was like, what was that, 74 or something?
It cost you a fortune.
Hundreds of million.
Oh, I wouldn't even want to guesstimate.
But he got the eye.
Sure.
That's useful.
Yep.
He can, see miles away.
Yep.
He's got the 2 legs. You need the 2 legs for running.
Did he have the 2 legs?
Wouldn't it be? Yeah, of course he did. Otherwise he'd be hopping, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But he got the 1 arm. He'd need the 1 arm. They thought, let's not go mad. Let's not make him completely bionic.
Yeah.
But the one thing that always worried me, right, was that when he lifted up a truck with his 1 good arm, why didn't his back collapse?
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't have a bionic spine, did he?
Sure.
I could see him lying on the ground and sort of like doing a sort of leg press. That'd be fine. But when he stand up, his back would just collapse, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so you're beginning to wonder if an astronaut who fell out of an airplane while test driving it and was rebuilt as a half robot, you're wondering if there's maybe some flaws in that concept.
Yeah, and Oscar Goldman, I don't know what. And isn't it convenient that his girlfriend had the same 2 legs, 1 arm?
I
but
think that's what drew them closer together, though, Rick.
This time she had the ear.
I don't think he was just on the pull and by chance he got her undressed. He thought, my God, that looks like a familiar familiar plastic arm.
And there was a bionic dog, wasn't there?
And a horse,
Well,
apparently.
why do you need a bionic horse?
I know.
When you can run at 70 miles an hour, you don't really need to get on a horse, do you?
Yeah.
Unless the bloke that had the bionic horse wasn't bionic, and he could run, like, really
Well, I
fast.
think the problem was that they'd spent so much money on all these bionic things, they just made a bionic horse, entered it in races.
Yeah,
Just
he
bet
gets
on
some of
it.
the money back.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Austin, he's not turning
Exactly.
up, he's swanning round.
A very costly investment.
Does anyone remember Bionic Man? Is this just, yeah? This is all shown again, isn't it, on Bravo?
Everyone
and all
knows
the-
who the bionic
Oh, just
I
ask
know sci-fi.
Camfield about it.
Oh, I bet he loves it.
Because
doesn't he?
Camfield's only about 14 and he knows the bionic man.
I know, yeah. He's been watching it for 13 and a half years.
Sturge, let's play another song because we just played the cover version of Handbags Now Rags.
Sure.
Great song, really good.
Yeah.
And I've been playing cover
version.
versions all this year. And one of my favourites was this
Run
one I
for
played.
cover.
I played a long time back. Actually, I think I played this when we were standing in for Dermot O'Diddley.
Yeah.
Not
he
gonna-
was back today, wasn't he? Just pops
was,
up when he wants.
Exactly.
Didn't he?
But I'm not going to play any cover versions in the new year. That's
Go on.
that Cover Me Up or Cover Me Bad. That's gonna be scrapped.
Run for cover. Well, I've finished with my, I call it film review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So
Yeah.
we're going to have all new features in the new year.
Yeah.
But I'd love to play this again. This is a Once Around the Block, as done by the Kings of Convenience. Play this, Claire. Lovely. Was, I think, a short-lived kind of new folk movement, wasn't there, this year, that kind of came and went, and the Kings of the Convenience were supposed to be part of that, and their album Quiet is the New Loud I thought was an absolute treat, and a lot of people just sort of ignored it.
Lovely track.
But
lovely
that's,
version.
That was never actually on the album, that was from the Toxic Girl single, and that's Once Around the Block by Badly Drawn Boy, as done by the Kings of Convenience.
Beautiful. This is great, isn't it, coming in and just like playing songs?
Oh man, it's a lovely
Do you
job.
think the listeners enjoy this as much as we do?
I would imagine not.
No, I don't think
No.
so either.
No.
But does that make us bad people?
No, I don't think it does. It makes us wealthy people.
And lucky, very lucky.
That's true enough.
PJ Harvey.
Lovely.
Love it, great. I'm loving this, Steve.
Yeah, no, it's
Nearly
great.
Christmas. I had a couple of chocolates there, didn't I?
Oh,
the
yeah.
purple ones in roses. Very much like the Quality Street one, the hazelnut and the toffee.
Yeah.
But getting me in the mood. Now I know if you're a fan like me. You love the roast dinner.
Oh.
We love the roast dinner, but the Uber roast dinner is the Christmas dinner.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
No,
I'll
I'm
tell you
thinking
this,
about it
man.
now. I can't believe how many different sort of meats you're gonna have in your house.
Well, we always have the turkey, obviously,
Yeah.
traditional. Plus, we always have a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
of pork, a little bit of lamb.
Oh God! And don't forget the sausage. You know.
Well, I love the fact that someone's designed the turkey Christmas dinner, and then they thought, wait a minute, I also want a little sausage, and let's wrap it in bacon.
Why not?
Let's
have
just
some
have as
stuff
mu-
in it
Can
as
we
well.
have some? Can we have all the meats that are available?
Someone said,
please?
hold on. There's sausage meat in the stuffing. Now, well, sue me.
Yeah, exactly.
Sue me if I want a bit of extra sausage. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's the work of art, and it takes
It's genius.
hours.
Rick, can I ask you what kind of
Go on.
veg you going with this year?
Veg, well, I just love the roast potato. I mean, people have tried to sneak in the Brussels
Because you
sprout.
don't eat vegetables or
I
anything
try
green, do
not
you?
to eat.
Parsnips.
I love parsnips, but when they're crisp and crunchy, like a trendy crisp
Yes.
in a wine bar. I love it when yeah.
Yeah,
oh, I
that's
love that.
We'll be having carrots, we'll be having leeks, we'll be having Brussels, obviously.
Yeah.
Brussels.
Yeah.
And my mum will always throw in a little bit of something crazy. Maybe there'll be a little bit of red cabbage, something wild, something exotic,
or
something
Vim,
continental.
or a used condom. To be quite honest, I think she's mental, your mother. She's
But,
got to stop that.
But who knows? Any kind of treats. I'm I love the fact about the Christmas dinner is that people are taking weeks, years planning it.
I know.
They take,
yeah.
months. They got to defrost.
Did you? Have you told? Can you talk about your grandparents?
Well, my grandparents, of course. The thing about my grandparents, I have mentioned this before.
Yeah.
I don't. Think
I love
I
this.
think they've got about 3 teeth between them. It's unbelievable. My grandfather.
They're all their own, though.
He was in the RAF in the war, right? And for some reason, he had problems with his teeth, and they pulled them all out, and they
really?
replaced them with a false set of false teeth. But during the wartime, I don't know whether this was just like what it was like during the war or just the 40s, but he had a kind of wooden plate put in with like some kind of fake teeth attached.
Oh no.
And he's never had that changed. So he's still got the wooden plate and about 3 teeth still hanging on it.
Oh.
It's just so he and my grandmother combined, they cannot eat anything that's kind of solid. So they will literally get up for Christmas dinner. They'll get up and they'll put the meat on like it's sort of 6 in the morning, go back to bed for the day, get up and eat it about 9 o'clock at night. And the best compliment you can have if you've cooked dinner for my grandparents is, oh, this is lovely. You can suck it away.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine
Why
having
don't
to
they
suck
just
it through a straw.
liquidise it? Have a nice little
They
roast
have done.
smoothie.
They have done in the past.
Really, and a little apple crumble smoothie to
If we
follow.
take them out to eat, like at a restaurant or something, we've got to phone ahead to make sure there's fish on the menu.
Really?
Because they can only have fish. But then the bones, you see, that's a problem for them.
Well, you can take the bones out of fish, can't you, and sort of mash it up.
Yeah, but the eyes are going
Steve,
as well.
could I suggest the fish cake? It's already mashed, it's with the potato, it's in a crispy crumb, which doesn't hurt anyone, whether you got teeth or not.
Rick, can I
Go on.
make a little...
Yeah.
I just want to make it... Because obviously not everyone's as fortunate at Christmas, Rick,
No,
as us.
we're talking
What about
about-
the vegetarians? What are they eating?
A nut cutlet.
What the
A
hell is
lovely
nut
little nut cutlet. Can't they have, like, tofu, but in the shape of a turkey?
But I love the fact that so often, you know, certainly your Linda McCartney veggie items, they always try to fool you into thinking it's the real thing. You know, some veggie sausages that they've injected with something so they'll taste like sausages.
Yeah.
Eat
sort of
the
like-
real thing.
I look, you don't really need it, that arbitrary shape. If it's, you might as well just have it any shape.
What angers me with the
you could have any
vegetarians,
shape,
Rick?
couldn't ya?
What angers me with the vegetarians and the vegans even worse is that, look, we're breeding all these animals to be eaten.
Yeah.
They're gonna get slaughtered anyway. Chow down! Come
Yeah,
on!
yeah.
Those chickens in those little kind of pens, you know, 4 of them in a little square box.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're sort of crapping eggs out every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
They're to be eaten.
You're not a zoologist, are you?
I am not officially.
Yeah.
No, but I know what I'm talking about, Rick.
Yeah, you do.
I've seen brochures.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
yeah.
walked past a farm while on holiday.
Excuse me, farmer, could, your finest hens crap me some eggs for my tea? No worries.
Chicken, crap a little egg for me. Oh,
Brilliant.
an old Christmas classic.
Oh.
No, spare a thought for the vegetarians, and worse still the vegans.
Yeah, and, what about Travis? What do you think they'll be doing this Christmas?
I've no whale of a time.
I'll tell you what, Steve, it was an excuse to play the record.
Genius.
It was a link. Travis and Driftwood on XFM 104.9. It's the Christmas edition of the Ricky Gervais Show with Steve Merchant.
Hi.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm in the Christmas spirit, actually, I have to say.
Yeah, yeah,
I do
definitely.
enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Will you be looking forward to, I know everyone talks about it, Rick, but Christmas telly?
I love Christmas telly. Christmas Day telly's great. I get up and Noel's giving out some presents around hospitals and that, and then you might have the number ones of the year from Top of the Pop. Then you might have a little, I don't know, I don't watch the Queen's speech, but you know, you have a little sleep then, don't you?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly,
after a big roast dinner with too many sausages.
Yeah.
I'm only joking, Mum. Let's have some more.
It's true enough. More
Yeah.
chocolate, please.
Yeah. Well, let's not, you know, there's people
Crazy.
starving in the
There
world,
are
so let's
people
not rub
starving
it
in the
in.
world. Hopefully they're not listening to the radio.
No, probably not.
Just scrabbling around in the cold and the dirt, looking for food.
We are actually laughing about it.
I know
we
we
actually laugh.
Rick, I find that if I
Go on.
laugh about it, then I can ignore the problem easier.
Yeah.
Not face up to the horror.
Yeah, I know. That's too easily done, isn't it?
Exactly. It's too easy to face the horror of the world. It's better to laugh it off.
I know. That's what annoys me about buskers. Because a beggar just sits there and you can pretend you haven't seen him, whereas a
Exactly.
busker's shouting out.
Yeah,
and
he's
you want to
drawing
go,
attention to
he know,
himself.
you know, unless you're deaf and blind, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
So,
Have you
anyway.
cultivated a kind of universal... I've cultivated this kind of thing I always do with a beggar. When they offer their hand, I don't even say anything anymore. I just sort of kind of offer up my hands as though to say, look, I have no money in my hands. And just
Yeah.
a kind of sympathetic turn of the head. And I sort
Yeah.
of mouth some words like, and it normally involves sorry mate or something.
Yeah.
Because I find it's better to be courteous than like kick them in the head or anything like that.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
I never do
The
that,
old
and I
approach.
always acknowledge them. I actually never ignore them.
No.
And sometimes I give, depending on,
Although I have to say,
it's
another
all situation.
Another successful year for me of avoiding the Big Issue salesman. I've never bought a copy of the Big Issue.
I love the fact you are actually proud of that.
Well, it got to the point where I actually am appalled by myself, but it's like it's a contest now. It's like I've managed to do it for so long that it's almost a competition with myself.
Well, it's the
to
same as
avoid
me
failing.
with reading a novel. But, yeah. Although I blew that in 1987 when I read Catcher in the Rye. I'm still kicking myself.
I'm looking forward, of course, to, I'm hoping it'll be Dennis Norden's Laughter File, Volume 7.
Oh, it's 7. You're having a laugh. 27.
It used to be It'll Be Alright on the Night, but I think they've changed the name to Dennis Norden's Laughter
Well,
File to fool us.
it's great though, isn't it? Because he comes... You're one of those people.
If you're one of those
he goes,
people.
this is something we call doorstop.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, just what? Yeah. And doesn't he just go into the Director
This is
General?
one called Let Sleeping Logs Die.
Yeah. It's just, oh God.
But what I don't understand is why no one has said to him, or why hasn't he watched that TV? Why hasn't he, at Christmas, right, he's gone home with the family, he's gone, come on everyone, let's watch my show, and he's watched it.
It's Laughter File 27 with Dennis Norton. That's
The
me.
family must have been faking laughter, and why has he not turned around and gone, why did no one tell me
Yeah.
then? Crap.
Why doesn't he go to Greg Dyke and go, or whatever it's on?
Well,
right?
it's ITV, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, who's that
ITV
then?
Task, it's
Who's in charge?
Paymasters, I don't know, they
I
change
don't
every
know,
week, don't they?
But go
That's
to
why we
him
don't
and
work with
go,
them.
just watched me on that Laughter File 27. It's rubbish, isn't it? And they go, yeah. They go, well, why didn't you tell us that? Well, we thought it would kill you, to be quite honest. But why didn't you let my son take over or something? Well, Dennis, he's 84.
How old am I then?
Well, we don't know. We've had you carbon dated, but it's off the scale. But why'd you let me carry that stupid file? Are you reading this now, Dennis?
Well, I
am,
can't
yeah.
remember what I got to say.
Well, don't read it. Just speak normally.
2 coffees, please, waiter. I'm on the
No,
wrong sheet. I don't know what I'm
this
doing.
is what we call talking to the Director General. Stop it! But I can't wait for that. Yeah, and
Dennis
oh,
Lawrence laughed
there is
upon.
two.
Can I just say,
go
one,
on.
who's in the audience of Dennis Lawrence? Like, who's gone, Joan, I got 2 tickets for Laughter File, I can't believe
Yeah,
I laughed.
I've been on the internet.
Because they're always they're cracking up, the people on that show. I've never laughed once.
Maybe it was an audience that they filmed in 1973, where it was the first time they saw a goalkeeper get hit in the balls
Yeah.
or something, or Jackie Charlton or something, or a dog fall off a slide.
Well, it's either old people who just can't remember, they've already seen those clips 1,000 times before, like
Yeah.
Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah.
Or it's, I was always thinking of the people at, what's that show, Beadle used to do, the, You've Been
About
Framed.
You've Been Framed.
I think now what's happening is, while Lisa Riley's doing all the scripted jokes, there's just someone stood behind her, maybe just showing a picture of her, like nude, or in
Yeah.
a bikini, or just pointing and just making jokes at her expense.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
why they're laughing.
He's lovely Lisa Riley off Emmerdale, of
Good old
course.
Fatty Riley.
No, don't say it's not fat. It might be glad you don't know.
It could be Glenn.
No, just stop it. You can't say that
I don't
sort
know,
of
I've
thing.
gone a bit crazy, I've just gone,
No,
gone
no,
a
but
bit wild.
what if she's listening to this and she gets an eating disorder or something, or, you know, becomes bulimic because of what she's probably at home binging now.
I know.
She's leaving out the vomit and she can't get her fat fingers in her mouth. Anyway,
I'll tell you what, the best gig of the year, surely the White Stripes, Rick. I know everyone's raving about it, and let's hear one of their tracks. What's it called again, Claire?
Fell in love with a girl.
Lovely.
Pogues, Kirsty McCall, Fairy Tale New York. We're just saying, it's just a brilliant song, isn't it?
Genius. It's genius.
great.
And what I love is the fact that it was quite a big hit, and it's like sometimes even a majestic song like that normally would get overlooked just manages to drift up to the surface somehow, and even, you know, everyone, the white trash.
Well, the imagery is great as well.
brilliant.
How can old slut on junk be romantic?
Amazing.
Well, we're fans.
Yeah.
Sturgis thought he was talking about her. Leave it, Sturgis.
You know,
You're
in a way we
clean.
are. No, in a
You're
way.
clean now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we got more treats. After
got
this,
a
we've got
song for the
ladies. We're going out of sync here a little bit. We're going to play Song for the Ladies, the penultimate track, because I want to leave them with a Christmas classic, the Joni Mitchell classic, River. So look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been a great show.
It has. It's
Even
almost
though I
over.
say so myself.
Yeah,
You know,
enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it. Looking back over the year,
Rick, can I
looking forward
just-
to Christmas. Go on.
Can I just throw a big thanks out to all the people that have emailed us and phoned in and written to us over
And
the
sent
last
us
6 months.
things.
I think
Yeah.
it's about 4 people who keep doing it.
Yeah.
Recycling the same
Under
old junk.
different names, though.
Exactly, but we don't tend to read stuff out, but it is appreciated.
It is, and it's often gets into the show, whether you know it or not.
Exactly, in some way we steal your jokes and pass them off as our own.
Nice email from someone there saying there is a tofurkey.
A tofurkey, yeah, so a tofu turkey.
Yeah.
You can buy it in the whole trimmings. all
See,
the things to do.
I made that up. I could have written that down and, well, it had already been done.
Yeah.
So I've said we can't paint in a tofurkey.
Sure.
So I've embarrassed myself again.
Sturgis, are you going to be driving home for Christmas?
No,
Driving
I'm going
home
to
for
be here.
Christmas.
I'm going to be here.
God, she's working.
He's just the same as me.
She's working on Christmas, Sturgis.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Someone emailed me the other week saying, "Will I be voice tracked over
What does that
Christmas?" Well, I'm not quite sure. It's a radio term apparently,
Right,
but no, I will be live.
Wow.
On Christmas Day.
Oh yes, Christmas Day
So
evening.
you can't drink and stuff? Well, not as much as, like,
yeah.
you would have liked. I mean,
I'll
you're
have a
always drunk
tipple.
on air, obviously.
yeah, but it's getting to that point. I didn't know she drank till I saw her sober one day, one
Yeah.
Sunday morning when she came in to do an early show, and she was talking differently.
Yeah.
She went like, the pub's not open yet.
Exactly.
And I realised. It's terrible, isn't it? Well, what should we play now,
I don't know,
then,
I've
Steve?
kind of felt like we've sort of exhausted ourselves, really. We've run out of stuff to say.
Have we?
We've made all our observations about Christmas.
Yeah.
We've taken a sideways glance
At the sausage.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, another
Right,
funny
look
word.
at this year's
stuffing. Remember we talked about stuff? Do you remember I think it was 4 links ago.
Yeah, sure.
No, listen. We're going to call it sausage loving. And we talked about all the different things you have on a plate and that. And we started off with like turkey, and then we went.
I'm just trying to remember some of the amusing bloopers that took place over the course of. Do you remember when you didn't make it back in time for the link and you were making tea?
I was making tea.
That was a
oh
classic,
God! What was that one when I think you said something like that was a white stripes. He's going to
Exactly.
say the word wrong or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh God!
If you're one of those people.
Oh, this is great. I'll tell you what. I'd like to play a record because I'd like to talk about this link later.
Yeah.
Should we play a record?
Yeah, well, let's look back on it, like, you know, amusingly, like I Love 1980.
Oh,
Let's do that in a second. So I'll play a song for the ladies, final one of the year, and it's a song which I did play a long time ago, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's from Nick Cave's album. What was it called again? I think it was called No More Shall We Part, and it's an absolutely magnificent
I'm just remembering the last time you played it.
I know.
It was brilliant because you introduced it, and then I think it was Carl who played it, and we listened to it.
Were we playing Buckaroo or eating Curly Whirlies at the time? I can't remember.
I was on a space opera.
Oh. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Love Letter. Beautiful song.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, I'm loving this, but we've got to go soon.
Sadly, the clock has beaten us, Rick.
But it's the last track that we're going to play this year. It's a lovely track. It starts off with a little bit of Jingle Bells at the beginning, a little bit of tribute on the piano. It's Joni Mitchell and The River. Enjoy.
We won't be back next week, will we? Or the week after?
No, we're back on the
off for 2
12th.
weeks. Yeah.